Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 5 of Obi Wan. Only one more after this. I'm sad. I want more. I know a lot of people aren't satisfied with the story right now, and I kind of understand that. And I don't think that they could have fixed this with a 2-hour movie. I don't think that they could have told a story about Obi Wan in a 2-hour movie. I don't know if a 6-part series is enough either. Maybe 8, I think. Because and the only reason why I feel that is because we're getting a lot of Obi-Wan and we're getting fleshed out Obi-Wan. Like we are used to seeing him either be a total badass Jedi or we're used to seeing him be an old man who's wise and sage and passes on his wisdom to Luke. We're not used to seeing a broke down man. And watching this and seeing him go through everything, he's more human to us. And I love that because that makes me empathize with him. I have sympathy for the situations that he's in or like the things that he's experiencing because of the past trauma and it's coming back to kind of haunt him. Like there's some sympathy there and I understand it. To where I'll tell you with Reva, I don't have any empathy for her. I don't have any sympathy for her. There's nothing redeemable about her to make me care when Vader almost kills her. Okay, go for it. Kill her. Big deal. I'm not going to miss her, right? There's nothing that they've done with her character-wise that's made me care about her in the least. There's been nothing dynamic nor interesting. They haven't pushed any part of her story. And if we cared even a little bit about her, it would make a difference. But because she's just this character that is yelling and intimidating a child and torturing a child and is disobedient to her superiors, like there's just like nothing that like we're like, yeah, we want more of this. Like we really don't. We're like, give us something else. Like give us more. And I will even say that they have really changed a lot about how I feel about Leia. Like I always loved Leia as a character. But like seeing her as a little girl and her bonding with Ben, it makes a lot of sense in the future why she keeps him safe when she's asking for help. That she doesn't say, hey, it's me, your old friend Leia. You know, she's just like, Obi-Wan, you helped my father in the Clone Wars. You know, so I like that they're kind of giving us a little bit more of that depth and why she would name her son Ben. It's like kind of out of the blue, and now it totally makes sense. She had to pretend to not have a relationship with him in the future to keep him safe, but even after learning of his death, you know, she had to comfort Luke. And it makes me so sad that she didn't have that moment to mourn the loss of Ben Kenobi. And she ends up still naming her son after him. So like, you know, he was very influential to her. Her whole planet blew up and she still didn't get any comfort. So I'm not really sure. Everything that I think that I'm going to see in an episode never either happens or it doesn't happen the way I think it should. What's happening with the Grand Inquisitor? Are we getting more of him? Is he coming back? Are we going to get more Vader, like more in depth? Because definitely the scene of him coming up the hallway and force choking Reva was like really tantalizing and exciting. We want more of that. We want more of that. Like, if you're not going to give it to us here, maybe make a Vader series. I'm just saying. I will watch that as well. And we've been seeing kind of, and we saw kind of the birth of the Rebel Alliance with the group with Wade dying and how they were no longer just, you know, freedom fighters, they were soldiers at that point. And I want them to go more in depth with the Jedi bodies that were kind of entombed. I didn't know a lot of those characters, and I know I always watch New Rockstars, and of course, you know, they break it down. But I would like to know more about that. And if not, again, in your Vader series, work with the Inquisitors. Are you listening to me, Disney and Star Wars? Are you listening? They're not listening. Okay, guys, I'm gonna hop into this. Hopefully they give us more story on Reva. If not, then I just really don't care what happens to her. You have to make me care. You do. That's just how it goes. All right, let's get into it. While we're waiting for the recap, are we gonna learn to like Reva at all in this episode? Your thoughts betray you. I don't know what that means. This thing's never right anyway.
Ah, there you are.
Takes my breath away.
Was beginning to think you weren't coming.
Then maybe I stand more of a chance this time.
I love seeing them together again.
Are you?
Then let's begin.
So iconic. This is what I wanted the entire time. This is what I've been craving. Vader having a good memory?
The third sister is here.
It is my great honor to be invited aboard, Lord Vader.
I am not interested in civility.
Or butt kissing.
He's arriving on Jabim as we speak.
You have done well. Kneel. Grand Inquisitor.
Oh. Well, we know that doesn't last very long. I want more Obi Wan Anakin flashbacks.
We got her.
But we lost Wade.
Haja, what are you doing here?
Ah.
Right after I saw you, I got into a fight with that scary Lady Inquisitor. Now I'm wanted by the Empire. But now I know what it feels like being a real Jedi.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, God.
This place is a good business opportunity, though.
So no lesson being learned.
All right, let's hurry it up. Get ready for dust off. Leave anything you don't need.
What if that whole transport gets blown to bits because he shows up?
If we seal them in now, they can hold out for days. If we cannot break them...
It is not them we need to break.
Woo.
The light will fade, but is never forgotten.
Ugh.
She must have tracked us.
It's not her, it's Vader.
She wants us to surrender.
He'll attack next. He hasn't the patience for a siege.
How do you know?
Oh, I love it! Oh, I have cold chills watching this.
Go too aggressive, Anakin. Be mindful. A Jedi's goal is to defend life, not take them.
Mercy doesn't defeat an enemy, Master. Which is why you're gonna lose.
I understand you're scared. The Empire will attack soon. They're stronger than us, better equipped, better trained.
Still in confidence.
How much time do you need to override the doors?
3-4 hours.
You have one. Everyone else, we're going to lock down every other entrance in this facility. If we defend our position together, then by the time they get inside, we'll be gone.
General's back. Is it gonna be Vader or is it gonna be Reba? Reba. I expected more out of that gun.
That was underwhelming. Did you try going in the vents to see what's going on?
I'm a little too big to be crawling around in the vent.
Oh, goodness.
I'm going to need a ladder.
It's not playtime right now, princess.
Oh,
Do as she asks. You trust
Obi
me?
Wan,
I trust her.
telling you what's up.
Haja, will you keep your eye on her?
I am not a babysitter, Ben.
And nor should you trust him to babysit your kid.
I know we said no communication, but your silence. He's found you if he's learned of the children. If I don't hear from you soon, I'll head to Tatooine.
Destroy that immediately.
Is everything all right?
It will be.
We got a plan B here?
We're going to have to slow them down. Tell the Inquisitor I want to talk.
Lord Vader will have you at any cost.
You mean Anakin? You knew who Vader was.
Mm.
Vader would have kept that hidden. And you're too young to have known him. Unless...
It doesn't matter where I was.
The night of Order 66, you were a youngling.
It does matter.
That's how you knew. You saw him. Killed the other younglings,
Enough.
but somehow you...
Enough! Thought he was there to help us.
Oof, that shot.
I played dead. Hid with the bodies. Felt them go cold.
You're not serving him, are you? You're hunting him. Let me help you.
Why would I ever trust you?
Because we want the same thing.
Do we, Obi-Wan? Do you really want Anakin dead? Where were you? While he was killing my friends.
That's not fair. He wasn't even on the same planet.
He was your Padawan.
Okay, that is a little fair.
Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you save us?
Oh, jeez. This is very close proximity shooting. How are more people not dying? Oh, the droid is shooting. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. She gonna shoot the control panel?
May the Force be with you.
Hero. Absolute hero. It's probably the first time in a long time he had gotten to know somebody and then had to like face losing them.
Tell her to stand down.
My lord.
Kenobi is already ours.
There's no way out, Master.
So aggressive.
Admit you are beaten.
It's over. Vader wants me.
If you surrender, she died for nothing. He'll keep coming.
That's why I have to stop him. He expects me to surrender. He knows I'll do everything I can to protect these people.
You want to tell me how you're going to fight without a weapon?
There are other ways to fight.
Inform Lord Vader. Kenobi.
You're not bringing him to me. I'm bringing him to you. This isn't over yet.
I love a confident Obi-Wan.
We could end this together.
Literally the only way for her to redeem herself at this point is to give herself up to save all those people.
What makes you think he won't see it coming?
Because all he'll see is me.
Well, we know this isn't going to end well for her. I love watching this. It makes me so happy.
Your weapon's gone. It's over.
Is it?
Your need for victory, Anakin, it blinds you.
Oh, I am sweating. I'm so excited. I don't know if I should be.
I will bring him in myself.
Lola, what are you doing in here? Swimming pool.
That easy, huh? I still don't feel any emotional stakes for Reva. The only reason why the younglings even bothered me a little bit is because of what happened in Texas and those stories coming out of there.
Move, let's go!
Oh no. I mean, obviously he doesn't know anything in the future, so at least he shouldn't. Oh shit. I love that we're doing this now. Force pulling ships out of the air. Was it a trick? Sure was. Oh.
You're a great warrior, Anakin. But you'll need to prove yourself as your undoing.
Truth.
Until you overcome it, a Padawan you will still be.
He's gonna kill her. Maybe she shouldn't yell before she strikes.
He was wise to use you against me.
I really don't care if she dies right now. I really don't. They needed to do a better job of making me care about this character, and they just didn't. Oh. That threw me off. I forgot it was a double-ended lightsaber. Just grab the middle. What is this fighting style she has? She was just crawling on the ground and she was trying to evade him? This character's a waste of time. There's no stakes here. Oh, that storyline's done.
Did you really believe I did not see it, youngling? You are of no further use.
There he is.
Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think? We will leave you where we found you. In the gutter where you belong.
God, I wish they did a better job of making me want to care about her even a little bit. Oh, is she gonna find the chip? I don't know, with your last dying breath, are you worried about what a little message? I don't know. I think I'm just being picky now.
If he's learned of the children, I'll head to Tatooine. Owen, help the boy.
Are you okay?
I'm sure it's nothing.
That's it. Okay. Yep. So, still don't care much about Reba. She didn't die at the end of this episode, even though I feel like she should have. But she did learn about the children. I don't know if she's able to piece that together, that it is Leia that is Anakin's child. They focus on Luke at the end shot. So, as far as I know, nothing goes down on Tatooine. I just wish that there were more emotional stakes that were involved. And I know there was a lot of people that had already guessed that she was one of the younglings at the beginning. And I just still really didn't feel any sympathy for her because over the course of all of these episodes, we just hadn't gotten any characterization, any backstory, nothing that like made me care about her in the slightest. And even when she dies, I'm just like, the lightsaber fight between her and Vader, she's crawling around on the ground and it like doesn't really make much sense. I don't know. Like I'm happy to get Obi-Wan. I'm happy to get Leia. I don't need Reva. I don't need any more Reva. That sucks because I really want to like her and like care because it's me. Like I'm that person that like cares about characters in television shows so much that I will weep if something happens to them, and I don't like that I don't care. It's frustrating. It's the only thing frustrating really about this show. Like there's like, you know, some weird things like the fact that like all of the troopers were shooting at these people and barely anybody was really dying. Again, they don't have the best aim. We know that, that's established, but I mean, it was pretty close range. They probably could have gone hand-to-hand combat at that point. I don't know. I'm starting to crack. I'm starting to crack. I've been very behind this show, and I still am. There's just so many things that like I'm thirsting for. Like I'm so hungry for like an amazing story, and like I'm so hungry for like, and the fact that we got Anakin and Obi Wan having their little lightsaber duel, and how that kind of like connected the story and his need for victory. I think Obi Wan thought that he had the drop on him, but obviously he didn't. You know, Anakin already knew about Reva. The Grand Inquisitor is back and is alive. And if he can survive a lightsaber to the abdomen, I guess so can Reva. So she didn't die, Grand Inquisitor. I don't know if she'll die at all. Maybe she'll get medical care and then she decides she's gonna work for Bail Organa. I don't know. I don't know. The amount of frustration that I feel about that character is just, it's actually the fact that I'm so passionately frustrated. Imagine if I cared how attached I would be to her. So R.I.P. Tala, that was sad. Sacrificing herself for the cause 100% is the rebel thing to do. I mean, you could see it coming pretty much from, you know, any of the conversations that she was having. The droid, I know that there's a lot of speculation that there was a person inside of that, and I was hoping so too. Obviously, that's not the case. That moment kind of reminded me of like K2SO from Rogue One, you know, kind of sacrificing himself for, you know, the person he's worked with the longest. You know, it just, there's an endearing quality to that. I don't think it was necessarily an earned sympathy. There wasn't much that he did. I mean, he carried Obi-Wan out of a fire. So I guess I'm grateful for that. Ah, I'm so frustrated. I'm starting to get emotional because I'm frustrated actually. I'm really upset that like that they brought him back, him and Anakin, and they gave us this, you know, cute little story with Leia and like a backstory to just kind of not nail it. I'm frustrated. No reason to cry. Except I want to. It's so silly, but like so amazing that I'm like so attached to these characters that I just want the best for them. And like I know how this story ends. I know where it goes. I was just hoping to get deep satisfaction out of it. And while I'm happy, deeply satisfied is not something that I can mark on the survey at the end of the show. Would you recommend this to friends and family? Yes. Are you somewhat satisfied, deeply satisfied? Somewhat satisfied. Rough stuff. I was happy to get some Kumail. They're not really using him as much as I would hope. I don't love Haja as a character. I'm happy that Kumail's in it, but as his character goes, take it or leave it. No big deal. Leia kind of getting into the wires and trying to figure out like how to open the door. That seemed to take a lot longer than it should have. It's kind of like running through a forest for her. It's almost slow motion. Um, I don't know if that was a well thought out scene. I don't think that it was staged that well. And her just being able to like pluck the restraining bolt off of Lola, I was like, okay, that's interesting. I remember Luke really had to like pry one off of R2. Oh, where do we go from here? So obviously the last episode they're gonna wrap this up, and I'm hoping that we get more of Obi-Wan and Anakin, and I know we will because that's gonna be that's gonna be the antithesis. That's gonna be the point in which Obi-Wan kind of changes into being, I guess, the Obi-Wan we know in the future. And Vader turns into the Vader that we know in the future. But it begs the question, what happens to Obi-Wan in the presence of Vader in this next episode that makes him either think that he's dead or that he doesn't have to worry about him anymore? Because if I'm Vader and my master is still alive and cut my limbs off and I'm burnt from head to toe and I thought had something to do with the love of my life dying and my children dying, like, would I not hunt that person for the rest of my life? So something has to happen to make Vader think that Obi-Wan is gone. And I don't know what that is. Now, they showcased the lightsabers that were in the cases and the robes, so I don't know if, one, he suits up with a robe, or if they're able to do a decoy. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there and hoping it sticks. I feel like a lot of us have done that for this series. Again, somewhat satisfied. Overall satisfaction, meh. Meh. The end episode and how they wrap everything up will determine kind of my overall feeling for it. So far, I think superior to Book of Boba Fett, but like The Mandalorian has just proven like that you can make good Star Wars content. But I feel like you can't make good Star Wars content with characters that you know. You have to make it with characters you don't know and incorporate known characters. But yeah, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Go to my Patreon for full-length reactions. I will be posting some early reactions starting in July for early access. Might be a show about some superhero, and also some sci-fi stuff, because it's me. Catch me here next week for the finale. It better be worth the sleep that I lose by staying up all night to edit. And then going and working an 8-hour job. Yay me! Don't let me down, Star Wars. Come on. Okay, guys. I'll see ya.